Hey, John with Area 419 again here, and do an instructional video on replacing your Autothrow housing with our new billet aluminum unit. So the first thing you need to do, unplug your Autothrow from the electronics. We'll get the belt off first. Just go ahead, put the thrower in the down position, pull up on the belt here and rotate it up, and that'll pop the belt off. A 5/64 hex key removes the pulley, just a very slight quarter turn maybe. Pull that off. Next thing, Phillips screwdriver, and you'll remove the screws holding the thrower on there. Hang on to this top screw and the two nuts that you remove from these bottom screws. You won't need the screws anymore. Last thing, pull the stepper motor out, keep these screws, you'll reuse them. Set that aside and just reverse the installation. We marked where we personally have the cable running, so drop that in there. Tiny screws and big fingers aren't always easy. Run all four of these in before you tighten any of them up. And then just give them a little snug. No need to be crazy tight. Alright, done with that. We'll put the thrower back on. Drop that in there. Probably easier to put this top screw back in first, because the next part's a little tricky. Don't tighten this up until you get the other two installed. These two screws will be included with the housing. Push these in here and grab a pair of needle nose pliers. Hold on to this nut here. You need a 9/64 Allen key and thread these two nuts on. Snug these up and tighten your top screw. Doesn't have to be super tight. Will be easy to strip that out, so be careful. It's just going into plastic. Let's reverse everything else we've done. Install the pulley. Give yourself a little gap between the pulley and the housing there. Snug that up. Put your pulley or your belt back on. Hold it like this and lift the thrower, and that will pop the belt back on. Last thing you're going to need to do, remove this nut and drop it into your draft shield like so. We include a straw that will look like this. That's the 8mm. In case you have an early Autothrow, they had a smaller straw. So the longer side of this straw is the factory cut edge, should be nice and clean. We just cut them so they fit in the boxes there. This can only go in so far. We put a step in there so there's no chance of pushing this up into the powder chamber up here. And this is the shape of straw that I use personally, that I find to work the best. Just want a little S curve there to slow the powder down. So you can mess with that, but you definitely want something there to slow the powder down so it doesn't bounce out of the cup. And that should cover it. If you have any questions, info@area419.com. Hope you enjoy. Thanks.